I hope y'all can see me per usual. Okay, let's try this. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole Gari. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. So today is Sunday, September 21st, 2024. I am actually on my way to go run some errands before returning to work, y'all. I have been at work since Wednesday, and I have worked, today it will be, I have worked 64 hours. Work tomorrow, and then I'm off for a day, and then I go back to work Wednesday, and then I'm off for 5. So your girl's been hustling. Okay, it has definitely been hustle gang over here. I'm just trying to catch up and just get, you know, comfortable for real. And since overtime is being offered, I got to jump on it. So listen, y'all. So the last time that I talked to you guys, I was sitting there looking salty because Pop decided to drop Womp and his friend off at the game before coming to get me, and then he asked his own mother, the one that paid his car note, okay, do I want to catch a Uber to the game? Baby, let me tell y'all something. I was salty. I was salty. I wasn't mad. I wasn't big mad because I understand his, you know, what he was trying to do because they were running late and all of the things. They missed their bus. I get it. But sorry, communication is key. Communication will stop a lot of shit from occurring. For real. A lot of shit from occurring. I actually have a... Don't start trying to get out the car. Shut the door. Where y'all going? So anyway, y'all, I actually have a girlfriend that I'm very, very close to that was about to end her relationship because of assumed communication and not actually, you know, taking the time to sit down and speak to her person, but went off of the tone of text. So we want to be careful with that. And I actually, now, baby, I'm not exempt, but I do know with, you know, just being in very long-term relationships, if you guys don't know, I was married to my children's dad for 10 years, and now I have just been married to my husband for 10 years. So, you know, I got a little stake in this game. I know a little bit. But yes, I was able to talk her down, tell her about her ridiculousness and her ego and how to put that shit aside and go get your man. And if you go get him and he ain't with it, then at least you can say, you know, I tried. But y'all, the bigger and better, the reason why I picked up the phone, baby, the reason why I picked up the phone is because I need to talk to y'all about the polls. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the polls and how disrespectful she is. Listen, I am 46. The way I understand now. I understand why years ago, when my mother and all of us went to Red Lobster, it might have been 10, 12 of us decided to go to Red Lobster to get them Cheddar Bay biscuits and that all you can eat shrimp. And my mom was just sitting there, baby. She had on a nice little headpiece, as Jay Kareem would say, honey. She had on a nice little headpiece. All I know is my mom started sweating from the crown of her head. She said it started from the crown of her head and simultaneously from the bottom of her feet, baby. The way she was drenched in sweat, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, it's as if somebody turned on the sprinkler system. That young lady snatched her wig off and sat it on the table in the middle of Red Lobsters and said, fuck this. I feel you on that, boo. Baby, I feel you on that. Okay? This shit right here. Baby, it'll push you to the brink of no return. And I'm just starting to get familiar with the pause. I'm just starting to get familiar with the pause. And the way the way she just, it's just her anger. You know what I mean? You know, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I ain't never meet no bitch like this. I ain't never meet nobody like this. I mean, within the past, I want to say 2 weeks. Like, she's been coming, you know, just stopping by unannounced, you know, here and there. Stopping by hello? I know that this is a we'll run the light then. Just run the light, you know. And y'all know what street we on. And I'm not going to get upset and all of that because I'm just not in the mood. It is a beautiful day out here in the city. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous out. It's one of them days where you prefer not to go to work and be cooped up in the hospital. You would. But here we are. Yeah, you know, she just stops by unannounced. Ring your bell. Okay? Very, very disrespectful. But within the past 2 weeks, I will say, she been on my ass. She been pulling up to my bumper, baby. Me standing there talking to people, having a nice little civilized conversation. You know what I mean? Little kiki, little giggle. Listen, Mom said, Mom, why are you sweating like that? Son, I don't know. I said, but what I do know is it's the pause. It's the pause. It's the pause. I mean, just hot, just sweating. I mean, and I could be in the middle of a clinical situation. See, where y'all going? Hello? See, wait a minute. I need y'all to sit still and listen. I know that y'all don't want to talk about this. I don't want to experience this, but we need to talk about this because it is my duty. It is my duty to let y'all know what's really up. What's coming? What's to come? Now, my girlfriend, this is funny as shit. Y'all know I'm all over the place, but, you know, ride with me. We're going to take this ride real quick because we just going to go ahead on and talk while we in the car. But this whole aging process, this whole, and you know, it's a blessing and all that. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for allowing me to be here, okay? This whole aging process is crazy. It is absolutely nuts. I feel like y'all cannot see me all the way. I hope y'all can. Anyway, it is absolutely nuts. And yeah, I just start breaking out in a sweat. Just start breaking out in a stone cold sweat. And it might last. The heat, the immense heat. It's kind of like opening the oven when it been on broil for a while and sticking your head in there. Baby, it feel like that. It feel like that. It's so hot. My skin be so moist. It's just, it really is. It really is a situation now. So I have been walking around. I've been on preparation mode. I have been walking around because I know she coming. I know she gonna run down on me. You know what I mean? I've been walking around with 2 fans. One is that JL fan from over there on the Amazon. Gina Janine put me on that. She said that fan has saved her in a lot of occasions while she was away. I actually took that fan to Africa and it was a hit. I took about 4 fans just in case that one decided, you know, because I didn't know what the African heat was hitting for. Took that to Africa. I was just fine. Baby, I carries her, make sure that she is all the way charged, and I got a backup. Now, I don't got that same fan, because that fan, I looked again, and ain't nothing wrong with my girl. But I looked again yesterday, and she was $60. Hello? Absolutely. However, I will buy her again if I need her. Okay? But got that fan, and I got a backup to the backup. I'm so happy that I transitioned to locks because it's absolutely no way that I would be able to endure this type of crisis. This type of, I felt like I feel like I got rolled on. It's absolutely no way that I would be able to endure with like loose hair or like a silk press with no barb. Mm-mm. 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 I'm just thinking of options. Outside of locks and a hustler. Outside of locks and a hustler. How do you deal with this? Because if you want to wear a headpiece, if you want to wear a wig, then you're going to have your braids or whatever. And the braids is cool. The braids will save you. But you're going to want to rip off the headpiece because it's just absolutely no way. If you have natural hair and you get a silk press, that's done. Your roots is going to be shot. If you have braids might work, but I don't know. What you going to have, a short Tony Braxton braid set? Because anything on your neck is offensive, okay? And it's not meant to be here. I love the fact that my locks are growing. And, I mean, I just love them. Come on, hot pants! Y'all, look at that. Baby, I hope y'all saw her, but whatever. I love the fact that my locks have dropped and that they are growing. Love it, right? But I do not like anything on my neck. I just don't. That shit, I don't like this, but I had to throw this on real fast. So even with my locks on my neck, I don't appreciate it. And it can be one lock hanging and I tries to rip this shit off because I think something crawling on me. And then the pressure's really up on my ass when I'm sweating and I'm being jumped. Come on. I understand the block party, but now... Come on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all hold on real fast. I understand the block party, and the block parties was block partying yesterday too, and I get it. You know what I mean? It's the last couple nice days or whatever, we assume. But yeah, y'all, I wanted to talk to y'all about the pause. And look at this bitch. Now I know she see me, cause I see me. But okay. Okay. I just think, I mean, we just go through so much as women. We carry these children. You know what I mean? Our bodies changing. It's just a lot. I told my kids, I told my children that I need them to retire me. Now I know that you know, that could be a lot of pressure for some. You know, that's a lot. That's a big ask, but I don't think it is. I don't even know where you coming from. Oh, here you go. See, a day in the city, baby. I know that it could be a big ask to ask your kids to retire you, but I definitely told mine, and I've been telling my kids that for I don't know, at least 10 years. Miles just turned 16. I need y'all to retire me, and then here's why. One, I need a payback on my investment. Yeah, I need a return on my investment. Okay, so you know, whatever age y'all are, you're welcome. The type of life experiences that you have had, you're welcome. I'm gonna need that check. And then in addition to, I'm gonna need the cost for labor, the cost of carrying, that incubation period, I'm gonna need that back. I'm also gonna need the labor and delivery fees, as well as all of the changes that has happened to my body, my mind, body, and soul. You know, because I brought a whole additional human into the world. I want that back as well. The way that I need retribution for the changes in my nipples. Come on, somebody. The changes in my nipples and the I don't know how do you phrase it, but we're here, we're talking, it's fine. The shredding of my nipples during breastfeeding, that whole breastfeeding process, and how I felt like my nipples were shredded from my breasts. I'm gonna need that back. Now, Ansel did gift me at Pop's baby shower, this cream, I forgot what the name of the cream was, but basically it was a numbing cream, but it was fine for the kids. Because I didn't understand why my nipples was bleeding. Why this young savage was, you know, getting his caloric intake for the moment. Because, you know, the whole breastfeeding thing, you're going to breastfeed the little person, I don't know, every whatever amount of time. At some points, I felt like it was every hour, every 2 hours, whatever, you know, whatever the need was, or just in case they wanted to suckle. Yeah, I want that back as well. My nipples did bleed. And then, I just felt like I was estranged from my own body for that, you know, that 10-month period, right? And then at least about a year afterwards, now here's the bop, and this is why I need double. Here's the bop. What's a young man named? Pop and Mac are only 16 months apart. Yeah, the man couldn't stay off me, you know. So when Pop was 9 months, I was pregnant with Mac. And then, you know, my lifesaver came along later in the game, and I had him at 30. Listen, I went through a midlife crisis at 25 when I was pregnant. When I got pregnant with Pop. Y'all listen. I need you to be with me. And y'all know I got my y'all set up a different kind of way. But listen, I had a midlife crisis at 25 years old when my doctor told me, well, let me start over. Let me tell you how the midlife crisis started. So me and their dad got married I was 22 or 23. And he wanted to start a family immediately. I was not with that. I bought the man a dog. Cola, actually, to buy myself some time. So I bought him Cola. That bought me a year. Then I got off birth control. I immediately got pregnant with Pop. And I had a midlife crisis. I had Pop at 25 years old. At 25, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be responsible for a whole nother human. Like, this is a whole lot. My little cute, I had a nice cute little frame or whatever, girl. Cute. Okay. Hitting. Okay. And got pregnant with Pop. Gained 62 pounds. Could no longer wear shoes after 4 months. Yeah, that was my truth. Could no longer wear shoes after 4 months, so I was wearing like slippers back then, because they ain't had the whole Yeezy slides and the Nike slides and all that. Like, maybe they had the Nike slides, but I wasn't with none of that. I wore slippers, and I don't even remember what I wore to work because I was still working at the time. But yeah, body was crazy. Okay. Felt bloated and swelled up. Y'all know how it is. Like, I didn't have a cute pregnancy. Like some people that I see now, they just got the little bump or whatever, and their stomach is big, but it's fine because everything else is fine. Everything else is fine. Like, if they didn't turn around or you ain't seeing from the side, you would never know that they was pregnant. Me, however, my experience was I was pregnant in the front and in the back. And I had a big back. And the attack on my face, all of the outside, the whole perimeter is like somebody took a blowtorch to it, right? And then my cheeks, I called it Nestle's Crunch. It looked like I had these juicy bumps on my cheeks, and then straight down the pike was like light and bright. I look crazy as hell. You would think that I was having girls, because they say girls suck the beauty out of you. That's what they say. They say girls, when you're pregnant with girls, they suck the beauty out of you. Well, baby, I had boys. And I thank God that my boys are handsome. They are. Y'all seen them. Y'all see them. My boys are gorgeous, right? But the way that they did me, the way that they took me down is crazy. So much so that after I had Pop, and you know, you take the pictures up to the job or whatever, and I called myself getting in the picture, and my husband at the time was like, you sure you want to send this picture, girl? You sure you want the people to see that? Because at a certain point, I just went into hiding because, I do have a healthy sense of vanity. At a certain point, baby, I just went into hiding. And then with Pop, when I went into labor, with Pop, I was home. I peed on myself. I thought I peed on myself. A little bit came out. I was like, oh, what is this? You know, I sat at the top of the steps in my house, and I was just like, I think I'm going into labor. Did, you know, my labor, that labor was, you know, I never experienced that shit before. So it was a lot going on, but hindsight, and I decided that back then, I decided that I wanted to go natural. Run me my money. I decided that I wanted to go natural, and their dad had took me to the hospital, but I feel like I was up there forever by myself, because he said he was going to go get his mom and dad. This nigga came back with a whole outfit change. Oh my God, I cussed him out. I didn't understand how you had the time and opportunity to go get cute. Meanwhile, I'm over here fighting for my life and your child's. Yeah. He had on a throwback. He came back with a throwback jersey. I tried to take that man up out of here. Then with Mac, my pregnancy with Mac gained that same 62, 65 pounds. My pregnancy with Mac was very tumultuous. The boy was autistic in the womb. He was jumping and hyperactive and all that in the womb. Okay. So when I had Makir, what happened with me when I got pregnant with Makir, they told me that he was going to self-terminate because they could not find a heartbeat. They could not find a heartbeat with Mac. So that was terrifying. I will say that my ex-husband was very much so faith-based. So he really was able to soothe me. And it was just a lot of prayer and supplication. But as you can see, Mac was fine. Then, that's Mac. Who did I have to go back in the hospital for? Because I had that high blood pressure. Felt like I was going, you know, my brain was going to explode. So I went through that. That was Pop. Mac, it was just a difficult pregnancy. What happened with Mac? Mac, my water broke for real. My water broke. And then Womp, I hemorrhaged. Yeah. Yep, I hemorrhaged with Womp. Womp's pregnancy, I just was not in the right mental space. I was going through a lot of things emotional. So that whole pregnancy was difficult for me. And I actually bled in the beginning, like the first 6 months of being pregnant with Womp. I bled, but he was actually born on his due date. And at that point, I was considered high risk. But after I had Womp, their dad took Pop and Mac home for the evening. I went to sleep, woke up. I had on this real nice pajama set too. Woke up, baby, it was blood running off the sides of the bed. Yep. Blood running off the sides of the bed. And my nurse was a pregnant woman, so she could barely stand. So she was sitting on the trash can in my room. She called the doctor. This man, he had to dip low and bring it up slow to get in the room. He had to be like 6'9", no exaggeration. 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", very tall man, real thick accent. And he told me that if he said something about my something was still attached to the walls, and this is why I was bleeding out. There was no time to take me to the OR. So this man stuck his whole arm up, like, to me, just his whole arm, up my special place, and was ripping it. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. This is what happened. So, I mean, y'all can fast forward. Was ripping chunks out of me and throwing it on the ground. Yep, in the room. At some point, I just blacked out. Yep. And after that, the lady helped me take my shower. And here I go to get my baby out of here. I called their dad. He didn't even answer. This is fantastic. He didn't answer. And yeah, the man saved my life, I suppose. But with all of that said, all of my children, as you can see, are healthy. I'm here. But that was all just letting you guys know. And women, you already know what it is. And for those that are not mothers, you will definitely experience, you know, just changes growing up from 21 to 30 to 41 to 50 and beyond, 60, okay, and beyond. It's just like we just go through so many different changes with our body. It's crazy to me. It really is. It really, really is. But here we are. And so those are the basis of why I you know, my children will be retiring me, and that is the requirement. That's what I want. That's my big ask. Yep. And I don't even need to live a lavish life or none of that. Like, nah. Nope. I don't need all that. I just need the you know, I just need to be taken care of the same way that I took care of y'all. And I don't believe that's a big ask. So, yeah, y'all, the paws been jumping up on my back. Your girl's a hustler for real. Out here getting these dollars, getting to the bag. And I'm happy to be here. I'm in a great mood. Just tired, y'all. Just tired. Well, I've had a game yesterday, so the turnaround was crazy because I worked 12 hours, got off at 8 o'clock, came home, cooked for Wham, so now I'm in bed by 10, but then the game started at 1, so I'm up by 12:30. Sitting in the sun till 4:30 was tough. Then just grabbing a bite, you know, getting myself together. That was a hard turnaround. So last night was a little challenging. The boys are with their dad this weekend, so I came home to an empty house, which absolutely worked for me, and I was able to just take it down. I made myself eat beforehand because, you know, you don't want to wake up hungry. Now that's annoying. So I made myself eat, and yeah, now I'm on my way. 2 more days. I will say though that, you know, I am one to, oftentimes I have to remind myself, y'all okay? Oftentimes I have to remind myself to take a breather and celebrate myself. So I bought Maxwell tickets. Maxwell is going to be in the city on Tuesday. So I bought Maxwell tickets. Now, typically when I go to a show, I have really good seats. And these are good seats, but it's just in the upper level. And they were $60. Now, I'm honestly not even going to see Maxwell but I really did. I mean, I like Maxwell. I don't, you know, I wasn't a collector of his music. You know, I listened to the stuff that was on the radio. But he's been out forever. I really did enjoy his Tiny Desk performance. So that joint was all of that. And maybe I like Maxwell a little bit more than I feel like I do. Like, Maxwell's not a heartthrob for me, you know. But the reason why I'm going is because I want to see Jazzo, baby. I want to see Jasmine Sullivan. Now, I am a fan of Jasmine Sullivan. And y'all know she is from Philly. But when Jazz came after the Panorama, baby, her tickets was like $250. Girl, relax. Now, yes, you are a songstress. You are an incredible artist. But, baby, I was not paying no Beyonce fees to see Jasmine. So I'm going to see her in a few days. I have reached my first destination, y'all. This is the end of this vlog. And I actually have not picked up the camera in almost a week. So I missed you guys a little bit. I hope y'all are well. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. These are just a few of the things that I've been thinking. And I need to let y'all know about this pause. So yeah, maybe this vlog was all over the place, but I wanted to touch base with you guys. And thank you guys so much for stopping by. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on the other side.
Gotta keep going. 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 If there's one thing that I learned while in those county lines, it's that everything takes time. You have gotta lose your